What's up, y'all? It's Jason again. Happy summer to everybody. I'm making this video because Mr. Rosenberg 509, shouts out to you. That's one of my new, he's not one of my new subscribers, but he just hit me up. He had a question. He just started his locks like 4 months ago, he said. And I'm pretty sure everybody, well, not everybody, but almost everybody had this problem. The back, and I've had this problem too. The back of my locks started locking, and the top / front of my locks took a little longer to start locking. You know what I mean? And he's having this problem. A lot of other people's had this problem before. I know. Shout out to Pretty Boy Shay. When she had locks, she had this problem too, and a couple other people. I think Gerard Green, shout out to you, and who else? I think Terrence. What's up, Terrence? I think he had this problem too, and so Mr. Rosenberg, he hit me up with an email asking me for like a suggestion on how to, get the front to lock as fast as well, not as fast as, but like to help it lock, like how his back is locking. I gave him 2 suggestions. The first suggestion is to get a spray bottle. There's none around here, but to get a spray bottle from like dollar store or excuse me, even if you have one lying around, and mix some salt and some water in there. Turn the knob that the water comes out from, turn the knob to mist. It might take a little trial and error to get like a good mist. You don't want a too strong mist, but you don't want a too weak mist to where you have to squeeze hard. You know what I mean? So just put water in the water bottle, and then just try it out. Just try to get like a nice mist. And then after you get the nice mist, you put some salt in there. There's really no measurement to how much salt you put in there. It's just trial and error. Like you pour it in, shake it up, and if it looks salty enough, it doesn't have to be too salty, because too salty would be too bad. Because the thing with this is, after you spray your hair with it, it's gonna dry out your hair because of the salt, and it's gonna make your scalp dry. It's gonna make it itch. So what I suggest to everybody that has this problem is, okay, you mix it up, and then you spray. You can either spray on the top only, or you can spray your whole hair, to help the whole thing, lock fast. Because what it does, it gets your hair, it dries out your hair, and then it helps it grab onto each other, and it gets it coarse and rough, and then you could start locking fast. It locks faster. The suggestion is, after you do this method, to do it in the day. Spray your hair in the daytime. Go outside for a little bit so that the sun could dry your hair, and then when it's done, get some oil, like whatever oil you use to oil your hair, because you're supposed to be oiling your hair, ladies and gentlemen. So whatever oil you use to oil your hair, oil your scalp, so that your scalp doesn't get dry from the salt. Because when it gets dry, it gets itchy, and you're not supposed to scratch your head with locks, because then it starts feeling good. You scratch, yeah, it feels good. And then your scalp gets irritated, and then it gets open, and then it's open to infection. And your hair gets dirty. Okay? So don't scratch your head to make it feel so good that you don't want to stop, because I've been there, and it's not good. I don't think I got an infection, because like my scalp is good, but like it can get that bad. You can get out of hand and itch, and then if your hair is dirty, the dirt goes in the open wound and infection. Alright, so that's the first suggestion. The second suggestion is, once you feel like a little part of a lock is beginning to start locking, meaning the ones that are having a bad time, having a a hard time to lock, which would be the fronts to some people. Some people might be the backs. Mine was the front and the top. So once you feel like it starts to lock, get a latch hook and latch that bitch. Latch it so that it starts locking. You know, it starts locking faster, because once you latch it, it's gonna take the form of the latch pattern, and then eventually it'll round out like a regular lock, you know. But it'll look like braids first, or like a weave, like somebody weave. People gonna look at, you got braids? Nah, it's locks but latched. It's a different method. Not only the only people that know about it is people with locks or people that do locks. You know, like a loctician. Regular people with fades and stuff like that, if they didn't have locks or if they weren't around people with locks, then they might not know what a latch hook is. And if you're having trouble, if you don't know how to latch hook properly, because there's different ways. So if you don't know how to latch hook properly, you can check out a Dynamic Runner. Her locks are beautiful. She has thin locks, they're thinner than mine. She has sister locks, and she has a video on how to latch properly. And also Pretty Boy Shay, I think she still has lock videos up. If she does, I think she has a latch hook video. And Miss Butterfly also. I don't remember her whole YouTube name, but Miss Butterfly, I don't think she has locks anymore, but she still has videos of her locks. And she has one video of her latching her locks. So you can check those out. But well, let me give you a look at my hair. I'm about to take a shower, so I'm not gonna take this ponytail out, because I always put it in a ponytail to take a shower so that it doesn't get wet. And I don't like wearing shower caps anymore because I don't have to. I just put a pony up. But check it out. I always put it in a high, like kind of high ponytail, because so that the back doesn't cover my neck, so that when I wash my neck and stuff, that it doesn't get wet. Even though I know this might be for everybody, but it takes my locks a long time to get fully soaked. So if they get wet in the shower, like slightly, it's not really a problem because it's not fully wet. But I just don't, I mean, they get wet all the time. Every time I take a shower, either some of these get wet, or like the roots of like the back gets wet. And there's kind of no avoiding that, because water just goes everywhere, you know. There's no avoiding that. It's like trying to take a shower and, I don't know, not getting your face wet or something like that. It's kind of gonna happen. Alright, so I hope everybody's cool. I hope this video helped the people that needed help in this area. And I hope everybody's having a good summer. I hope everybody's being safe. And y'all just be cool, man. Alright, peace.